Our first interview from IEM Katowice Day 3 is going to be with Flusha. Fnatic just advanced to the semifinals and they're gonna face Astralis. I think that's the last game of the day. So let's talk about the groups at first, because you guys kind of had a rough start to it, as always. You always have a rough start to the tournament and then just come out swinging. Starting with one of the first matches, I think that was Navi at first, and then it feels like you always have the upper hand against Navi. I think that there's like a 2-18 score in your favor. So what makes you so much better than Navi? What do you think? Is it the clash of the play style? You're kind of individualistic, and they're kind of team play based too.
I don't really know. I think maybe they have a mental block against us, and I think we always we know we're so much better than them, so we always go into every Navi match with big confidence, and we just play our game, and it works every time, I guess.
So what about Luminosity? That's the only group game that you lost. They are very similar to Navi in a lot of the sense. They are very slow paced. They're very tactical. So why is Luminosity a bigger problem than Navi?
I don't really know. Like, maybe they just know the small things we do and how to exploit them more. And but we also play them on Inferno, which we have always. Every time we play them, I think we play them on Inferno. So I think they knew how we play, and we always play less good in group stages. So maybe that helped them also.
All right, so there was this NIF game, and obviously I think it was 14-12, where JW or Wolfmeister, I'm not sure which one of them, had this crazy 1v3 clutch where he basically defused through smoke, and he was left with 1 HP if I'm not mistaken. So, like, can you talk us through like what you were thinking about, like, throughout the whole situation?
Throughout the last round, or
throughout the 1v3 pretty much?
Yeah, like, I think we had yeah, they had a force by like Tech Knights and shit, so we should have like won that round easier. We knew they were going to be they did a pretty bad execute actually, because if I only had gotten the info that they could go spawn, I would kill everyone, but I didn't get that info. So but then of that it was like 3-on-4, and they had like smokes everywhere and they just hid, so I guess, I don't know, they just misplayed it, and we took advantage of that.
Yeah, it looks like every time that you're down up against the match point or up against like 14 rounds, you always seem to find this new level, even though it's kind of lucky as was in this case. Kind of a similar thing happened with Mouse Sports as well. It was really close, but in the end you kind of managed to snatch it. What about that match? I don't think people expected it to go as close as it did.
No, I mean, like, it was the last match of the group stage, and it was really late, like at 11 or something, so we didn't have that much focus, and a lot of us are sick at the moment, so it was a long day for us, and I think we were just exhausted, and obviously Nico played really good that match, so it was tough for us.
All right, so it feels like you always have this kind of a rough start towards group stages, and then you just come out swinging, as I said before. What makes you be so much worse in the group stages than you eventually came out on top in the playoffs?
I don't really know. Like, I think we need to experience a loss before we actually realize we can go out early, and I guess that's about it.
So giving other teams a chance to have a win before they lose to you again?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So in the playoffs, in the first round, you met Virtus Pro, who obviously has had a kind of a rough year so far. I think it's like 1-14, barring this event, obviously. So how are you looking to go up against the crowd and Virtus Pro in the quarterfinals?
We didn't really look into them much. We know how they play. Yeah, it's so much CS going on right now. We play them like almost every week, so we know what they're gonna do, how they're gonna play, like without even watching demos, or watching their games before. And I guess we just knew how to play them, and I think we got a good start on train, so we just kept rolling.
It seems like today or currently there's a couple of teams that are obviously on the rise. Navi has gotten so much better, Luminosity has gotten so much better, Dignitas are kind of closing in as well, but you are out of the previous top teams, including like NIP and including, for example, NVS, who are also kind of rough. Same thing with Astralis. So why are you the only ones that are kind of still better than the rest, even though there are so many new teams coming up?
I don't know really, like maybe because all of our team or all of our players can Olaf can do magic things sometimes, and we saw that on the Koval versus some team. I don't even remember.
I don't either, but like it is Olaf though, right?
Yeah, but like everyone in their team can do that stuff, but Olaf does it the most, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing because Dennis wasn't as good as he is now when he first joined. The first couple of events were kind of rough, at least stats wise, and kind of the same thing was with JW towards the end of 2015. He was kind of rough, and he started stepping up. At this event, he was pretty huge, especially in the quarterfinal against Virtus Pro. He had something like 40-13 or something like some score like that. So is that what makes you such a threat to everyone, that you have 5 guys who can step up anytime?
Yeah, I guess that's one of our best things about us. Like, but we can also like we never lose the will to win, and like we always, we will never stop fighting. We always know we can win the match, even though we're under like 10 rounds, or it's just we don't give up.
All right. Lastly, Astralis is coming up. It's going to be the last game, as I said. It's going to be about an hour or so from now on. What can you tell us about the matchup itself? What can you tell us about your confidence going into the Astralis match?
Like, we only feel they are stronger on one map, and we're going to veto that. So I don't know what they're going to pick, what they're going to ban, but I think we're going to win.
Even though they were so good in the group stages? Or is there something else in the play?
They're always good in the group stages. Like, they have, I think they always dominate in the group stages, so that doesn't tell us much.
All right, so thank you very much. Do you have any last words, shout outs maybe to fans, sponsors? Nothing? All right, nothing from flusha towards the end. So stay tuned to hltv.org, as we're going to hopefully bring you some more interviews from IEM Katowice, so stay tuned.